We are live. Okay, so let's see, let me just set up the chat. I assume that I'm the only one participating right now. Yep, alright. So today's stream is going to be a bit of a weird one. It's probably going to be the first part in a series of streams, if this stream does okay, if people actually tune in to watch it. So basically what we're going to be doing in this one is, so I played Super Paper Mario for the first time about 2 years ago, and I've been coming back to it a lot recently, and so today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be ranking the entire OST of Super Paper Mario in a tier list. So, yeah. Right now I'm just talking to myself because there's no... And that is the telephone. I will pick that up. Sorry about that. That was my mother. By the way, if you hear any meows in the background, that's my cat being annoying. Let's see, what's she even doing right now? She is looking out the window. So yeah, we're just going to be ranking the OST of Super Paper Mario in a tier list. Big spoiler warning, because I will be going back to the plot of Super Paper Mario, like when I'm talking about these songs. Yeah. Guess we can get started, I suppose. So the first... Wait, is there any way I can have my browser up and the chat up at the same time? Can I... Here, you know what? You know what I might do? I might pull up the stream on my phone so I can look at that while also looking at the thing. Okay. Let me do that quickly. Alright, there we go. The chat is pulled up on my phone. I can see what's going on now. Okay, so let's get started. So the first song of Super Paper Mario. By the way, this is not the entire OST. These are only the songs that I feel are worthy of being put on a tier list. So no random sound effects when you accomplish certain things. No Pit of 100 Trials, because that just is probably the most annoying song in the game once you have to listen to it for hours on end. But yeah, so let's just get started with today's story. I'm going to be testing this to see if you can actually hear my computer's audio. You should be able to, but I'm not positive. So let's go. I'm going to pause this to see. Okay, the audio is working. Alright. You know what? What I'm going to do is, this song in particular, it helps a lot to have the opening cutscene along with it. So I'm going to pull that up. Because that really helps you really feel the exactly what this song is going for. All right. Okay, so here I'm gonna point out some things. I have some background in music. I used to play an instrument, and I also used to be in chorus for my school. So here, I'm gonna point out a few things. So just like with this, so a few things I want to point out. So you have this book here, The Dark Prognosticus, and this here. So as the void comes up, this giant purpley blue background, when it says, "The reason the book held frightful secrets not meant for people's eyes," the music as that plays, that chord, as the that chord is kind of fascinating, just because, like, you don't really think about it as if you're just listening to this on its own, but with the cutscene, it really adds to the dramatic effect of having the void and the ominous text with that chord that's slightly dissonant, I guess. And then my favorite part of the song is the very end. Right there. Here, it'll be easier if we pull it up here. This set of piano notes. Wait. Here, yeah, that set of piano notes right there. Let me find it again. That set of piano notes right there. it does a really good job of closing the song, especially with the text. It is a tale of love ending that cutscene. It's a solid opening song. It's a solid opening cutscene. I'm going to put this low A tier, I think. I think that's deserving of A tier. So the next song we have, is "The Wedding Begins." So let's see. So I'll just play it first before I start getting into some analysis of it. And
you're watching a toothbrush play Billie Eilish. But did you know that there's a YouTube Music app where you can also...
So, just for some context here, this is Peach and Bowser. Well, Peach wakes up, realizes that she and Bowser are being forced into marriage. So this is a few things. So one, note that the 3/4 time signature of this entire piece. Let me start from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's a waltz, and it very much like a lot of wedding songs, especially the next song you'll see once we get there, have like that 3/4 time signature, and that's kind of associated with weddings. But at the same time, you have this really weird sounding, chaotic sounding melody that does not sound at all wedding-like. Which, I mean, it's not supposed to be a peaceful wedding. It's chaotic. It's the beginning of the wedding, like, kind of imagining, like, the guests are coming in for the marriage of Peach and Bowser. It's kind of chaotic, and meanwhile, neither of them knows what's going on, or whatever. But I'm probably gonna put this... Actually, no, I'm gonna put it in C. I think it does a good job of what it's trying to accomplish, but I do not really like listening to it just out of context. So, next song I kind of referenced is called The Wedding Waltz. Is another waltz, has 3/4 time signature. I'll just have you listen to it for a bit. If there's not another ad, hopefully. So, this I'd like to point out. So, this song starts with wedding bells, which, I mean, this song takes place like during the actual ceremony of the wedding, as opposed to when Peach and Bowser are just kind of waking up. So, this starts with traditional wedding bells. And again, the actual wedding feels like a processional. And then it's going. It's a very much like the last piece, maybe a bit less so. It's supposed to it's more leaning into the wedding kind of vibe, but still very like chaotic. Like, let me point this out. sudden crescendo, and that just kind of interrupted the whole flow of the thing. But it's trying to sound very goofy almost. Like because it's still a video game wedding. It's not supposed to be emotional. This is a forced marriage. So it does a good job. I think it does a better job of accomplishing this than The Wedding Begins. And I also just like it more. So I think I'm actually going to put this, whoops, wrong one. This one, either B or A tier. I think I'm going to put this actually above Today's Story. I think it's a better song than Today's Story. It just accomplishes what it's trying to a bit better. Alright, so next, once Peach is hypnotized and forced to say I do, their marriage creates the Chaos Heart, which is the main thing you are trying to stop for the story. So here's the song, The Birth of the Chaos Heart. Here, I'll just let you listen to it. If it'll load. Here, if you'll excuse me, my cat is trying to eat my trash can. Give me a second. And she ran away. So, anyway, it's not quite done, but I'll let it finish again. Okay, so one thing I'd like to point out is this starts immediately from the wedding waltz, so it's really smart. This is really well done. It starts with wedding bells, but they get more and more dissonant. The first three notes are wedding bells, but they're getting, so just listen to the first three notes. Those first three notes, those are wedding bells. It's supposed to be like going from the wedding waltz, which is this upbeat, generally positive, albeit chaotic song, into this as the chords, as the bells sound more and more dissonant, and then it goes into this like the violins are playing very staccato, like. And then you have this melody, which you'll hear many times throughout the game soundtrack. This is Count Black's main theme. That is Count Black's main theme. You'll hear that many times throughout this soundtrack. And this time is, as opposed to many of the later times you'll hear where it's supposed to sound very methodical, very evil, this has more, it's called, the artifact that he's summoning is called the Chaos Heart. It's a chaotic theme. It takes that melody and makes it into a very chaotic evil kind of thing. It's well done, although kind of similar to The Wedding Begins. I don't like it quite as much as some of the other songs, so I'm going to put this one at B tier. The next song, however, is another Count Black song, so this happens in the same scene. Oh, what's up, Orca? Thanks for tuning into my stream. So the next song. Sorry, Orca. This stream is kind of just me ranting about various and assorted songs from Super Paper Mario. The next song is Champion of Destruction, which is again the Count Black theme. Except this time, this plays a few times throughout the game. This is basically it's his main. That theme is kind of his main melody. I guess this would kind of be the his secondary theme, because we'll see later on his main theme, which uses that melody. But this is kind of his secondary theme. So I'll just have you listen.
Give me gold again.
And there's an ad, of course.
There it is! There it is! Gold again. That's a pretty sad.
Orca, Super Paper Mario is one of the most underrated Paper Mario games, and you love for more. Yeah, here, sorry. Super Paper Mario is probably the weirdest game. Yes, in my opinion, probably the most underrated as well. Although it has gotten a bit more praise recently, like when it generally is. Oh, what's my favorite pixel? That's a good question. I mean, Carrie is kind of just a bit overpowered when used with Bowser, but that's a good question. I mean, I don't know. I kind of like Cudge, the hammer one, just because I mean, the hammer is kind of the classic Paper Mario move, and it's kind of been refined over the first 3 games, so I think they did a good job implementing it with Cudge. But kind of what I was saying is that, like, Super Paper Mario, when it first came out, kind of had a generally negative reception, as it was so different from the first 2 games. But then, I mean, there was Sticker Star, which got really bad reception, and then Color Splash got slightly better reception. So, and it kind of started getting Super Paper Mario in retrospect started getting a slightly better reception. Is kind of looking at it like as kind of the last good game as opposed to like the first bad game. I stole that quote from some Paper Mario YouTuber. I don't remember who, but yeah, it's starting nowadays to look. There's people are starting to enjoy it more. You love the relationship between Tippy and Count Black. Yeah, it's probably one of the greatest like plot twists when you find out that that Tippy is Timpani and Count Black is Lumiere. It's one of the greatest plot twists. I mean, the entire story is probably one of the greatest stories in the series. In the entire Mario series, not just the Paper Mario series, because it does so many things right, the story. It's a lot more in-depth than the kind of classic, oh no, Peach is stolen, Bowser did it, go rescue her formula. Anyway, Champion of Destruction, so let's start, I'm going to start analyzing it a bit. So we start with these bada 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 bum bum. Those notes, the piano notes leading in, already establish like a very sinister kind of theme. What's my favorite Paper Mario game? You love the 1000-Year Door. The OG is good too, and then probably Super Paper Mario and Origami King. The only ones I've played are Super Paper Mario and 1000-Year Door. Actually, that's not true. I have played a little of the Origami King, but the ones I've played the most of are Super Paper Mario and 1000-Year Door, so I'm a bit biased. But, I mean, from what I've heard, the 1000-Year Door is generally regarded as the best one, and from my experience, I'd probably agree just because it has good story and good gameplay. Super Paper Mario has great story, but the gameplay is lacking a bit. I really can't speak for the original Paper Mario because I haven't played it, although I want to play it at some point. And then Origami King, it's been a long time since I played, so I don't really remember anything about it. And then I also can't really speak for Sticker Star Color Splash. I should get a Sticker Star. Maybe at some point I'll have a stream where I'm playing a Sticker Star on my 3DS. Will I be getting the remake of TTYD? No, I don't think I will. It just seems like I have the original. Like, what are they even adding? Is it just like a straight remake with better graphics? I don't know. It just doesn't really seem worth it. If you get 64 online, you can play the OG. Okay. Alright, well, I might at some point. So this is kind of Count Black's theme again. It starts out with the same theme, the bum bum ba da bum 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 ba da bum bum ba da, and then it kind of deviates a bit. Bum ba da bum 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 bum. Oh, I'm sorry. My cat is being annoying again. Please excuse me. Stop it. Sorry about that. My cat was being slightly annoying. I don't know what she was doing. Yeah, but anyway, so Champion of Destruction, this is probably one of my favorite songs in the game. It's just my favorite version of the Count Black theme. Count Black theme is actually so good. They went fire on that. Yes, they definitely did. Especially this version, especially Champion of Destruction. I mean, it's played in a bunch of songs. I mean, the Evil Count Black 1 and 2, the Count Black Battle, Birth of the Chaos Heart. But I think my favorite version is Champion of Destruction, this one here. It's one of my favorite villain themes from any game. Like, I don't know, they did a really good job with it. Then we have the title theme of Super Paper Mario, which, here, hopefully there's not an ad like there was. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, how about Mr. Elvin? Yeah, Mr. Elvin, Green Thunder, yes. That was actually the first song I listened to. Because when I was getting this game a few years ago, I was like listening to the OST in advance. And Mr. Elvin Thunder was, I think, the first song I ever heard in the game. And it honestly left a really good first impression because it really encapsulates that kind of bouncy, yet still somehow serious vibe that this OST has. And we'll get to that eventually in my analysis, but yeah. Anyway, so the title theme is very long, and I'm just gonna kind of cut it off here. So, yeah, it's a pretty generic sounding title theme. I mean, it doesn't really capture any emotion besides just quick 2 to start the game or whatever. It's a good song, but not one that I'd want to listen to hours on end. I think I'll put it at B tier, like, just below the, actually, no, I'll put it above Birth of the Chaos Heart. I think it's better than Birth of the Chaos Heart. So the next song is the Mario Brothers House, which plays when, like, at the start of the game when Mario and Luigi are chilling in the house. this song doesn't really have that much to analyze, although there is one thing that kind of interests me, and that's the percussion. Like right there. Right there, there's a tiny little drum roll. I'm pretty unfamiliar with percussion, so I can't really say what kind of drum that is, but it just adds a little bit of a bit of energy to the song that wouldn't really be accomplished without it. Overall, it's a pretty meh song. I'll put it at C tier. Although, yeah, I'll put it above. I'll put it above The Wedding Begins. There really aren't that many songs in this game that I'm going to put at D or F tier. I doubt there will be any in F tier, and there will probably only be one or two in D tier, because it's just... My cat is being... Okay, excuse me. My cat is scratching at something, and that she should not be scratching at. Give me a second. Oh, she ran away. Alright. Yeah, as I was saying, there are going to be very few in D and probably none in F. So next we have Evil King Bowser here, which is Bowser's main theme. What's my favorite boss in Super Paper Mario? You like the Rose Dude? Oh, King Crocus the Fourth, the Skeleton Guy, a Bone Shell, and Count Black. My favorite boss to fight against? I don't know. It's been a while since I fought against some of these bosses. I should go back and like replay a lot of the game. My favorite boss to fight against, I don't know. Maybe King Crocus, just because he has a very I like having to jump on top of the other flower things in order to get to his head. I think that's a good gimmick for the fight. Bone Shell you mentioned, like you kind of can just kind of abuse that fight by just using Luigi to just repeatedly super jump into his head. But I mean, it can still be pretty fun if you use like the projectiles that he shoots. I don't know. I think they did a good job with Fractale, the first boss. Although you are kind of just sitting and doing nothing for a while, but then once you actually get onto his body, having the thing of like throwing those, I don't even know what they are, the little thingies on his body into his antenna. I think that actually works as pretty good gameplay, although it's a pretty easy fight. Have I done the 100 trial run? Oh, the Pit of 100 Trials. Yeah, I've started that, and I'm not gonna do that. Like, there's a flip side Pit of 100 Trials, and then there's also a flop side Pit of 100 Trials. And from what I've heard from the videos I've seen, I have not completed either one. The flop side Pit of 100 Trials you have to do twice. Once you get to the end, the boss won't come out unless you do the entire thing again. Which is really stupid. I'm not gonna do that probably ever. I might at some point complete the post-game challenge where you have to go back into Samurai's Kingdom and actually fight all 100 samurai guys. That doesn't sound too bad. Yeah. So the next song is Evil King Bowser here, which is Bowser's main theme. Here, I'll let it play. How about the hard first boss in the 100 Trials? Like in the flipside pit, the Ractail or whatever it's called, the Fractale clone. The flopside pit is, I have not even gone into the flopside pit. I've heard too many bad things about it. But I have not made it to the end of the flipside pit. It just really seemed like a waste of my time, honestly. Like, it's just, like, I just don't think it's worth it at the end. Like, if the only thing that you get is a bunch of, like, cards for various and assorted like previous partners in previous games, which isn't really that good of a reward, so it's kind of just a waste of time. Yeah. This song, there's not really much to say about it. It's honestly interesting. It kind of really encaptures Bowser well, because it's not. Oh, I'm sorry again. My cat is sitting here behind me. Here, let's see if she wants to say hi. Oh nope, she's running away. Anyway, she it encapsulates Bowser well, because it's not as like menacing as some of the Count Black themes. It seems more like because Bowser's kind of in Super Paper Mario is kind of more of like the goofy villain than like the actual villain, and I think this encapsulates it well, because while it is kind of sinister sounding, it's not nearly as evil sounding as like some of the Count Black themes. Let's see, where should I put this one? I think I'll put it at the bottom of B tier, because it's fine, I guess. Alright, so the next one, I kind of grouped together the Evil Count Black 1 and 2, because they're the same song, just with slightly different openings. So, here's the Evil Count Black 1, which is Count Black's main theme.
Hello, I'm David Miliband, President and CEO of the International Rescue Committee.
I don't care about
Our humanitarian focus is on the needs of civilians in Gaza. Many have lost their houses.
Alright. Dude, okay, here we go. This is Count Black's main theme. Now you're going to listen to the SPM OST, and what OST am I using? I'm using the OST uploaded by Chingo Cristiano. There's another one that has all the songs extended if you prefer like extended soundtracks. But yeah, this one basically has everything, all the songs, including 2 unused songs, which is nice. But so that was the Evil Count Black, and then there's also the Evil Count Black 2. Let's see, where is it? Here it is, which just has a slightly different opening. If it'll load. I think I prefer the Evil Count Black 2 over 1, just because the opening is a lot more. The opening is a lot more menacing, I guess. With the here, I'll play it again. Let's see if I can point out exactly what I mean. They're kind of like warbling, I guess, vibrate. Like it just sounds menacing. This opening. It says, and then it goes to that first note, and the piano in the background, and then right there before it goes into the theme, it's that really adds to it. But on average, as a whole, A tier, I think. Bottom of A tier. Also, shout out to all of the people that I got these images from, mainly the Mario Wiki and Paper Mario Wiki. Although some of these are from, let's see, this one's a classic. Oh shoot. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. This one, I don't know where I got this image. I don't know what it's from, but this 1,000-year door. Aliens plan to awaken ancient demon from its 1,000-year slumber, get it to shroud the world in eternal darkness. Super Paper Mario. All right. Oh, hello. My cat is back again. Okay, I think we'll do one more, and then stop for this episode. This might end up being a weekly thing where I do 10 tracks, eventually finish off the soundtrack. But for now, we'll go ahead and do the theme that you probably hear the most in the game, which is Flipside. If there's not an ad, which there probably will be. Oh, there's no ad. So, this is one of the weirdest songs with a 3/4 time signature. Like, you don't even realize it until it's like halfway through. But like, I'll count it up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And I think the reason why it's not really obvious is like, it's bomb. But like there's. It's honestly kind of more in actually like 6/4 than 3/4, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. It feels more like that than 3/4, but it's a very odd. Okay, my cat is being annoying. Hello. Oh, she's stopped being annoying. Okay. This, as a whole, is a good song. I'm going to put it in A tier, I think. Over Count Black, I think right there. Although, once you hear it over and over again, it gets pretty annoying. But I think we're going to stop there for today. When we're 10 tracks in, this might become like a weekly thing for Mondays where I continue this, doing like 10 tracks at a time. But, alright. Yep.